and our Prime Minister is free now to speak. Please, our Prime Minister, it's our honor to have you. You have the floor. Thank you so much, sir, for coming around.
Thank you very much. Am I coming out?
Yes, sir, you are coming out, our ambassador. You're coming out.
All right.
Loud
Thank you
and
very
clear.
much.
Yes, sir.
Airborne!
Rugged!
Rugged,
Airborne!
Rugged!
rugged.
Rugged!
The game is changing from today. I want everybody to pay attention attentively. Uh, when you look at what is going on, it is exactly what we want to happen that is happening today. Exactly the way we design this whole process is exactly what is happening. And they said we are going to disrupt a democratic process. They say we are trying to undermine a democratic process. And we told them we are not interested in Nigeria democratic process because there is nothing about democracy in Nigeria. And they said we must be crucified. We said we don't want to be part of Islamic State. They say we must be part of Islamic State, and we say no. That instead we are going to be part of Islamic State, we will fight until the last man standing. They thought we are going to be bombarding everywhere. There are different ways to fight, and we have been able to understand many mechanisms how to dismantle Nigeria. And today we have applied some of this mechanism, and it is working out perfectly. Today we are applying more of this mechanism that we have not used yet. And this evening, we are going to unleash another mechanism that will set everywhere on fire. And that is our aim. And I want everybody to understand that if you want peace, prepare for war. This is not just about fighting for our freedom, but we are fighting to preserve our life and our future and the future of our children. And we are saying no to Islamization. We are saying no to Islamic State. It is our right, and we are going to fight to protect our children and our women. Nobody will do this for us. So I am calling on Biafrans. After today, know that the power belongs to you. Know that your security belongs to you. Know that the protection of your faith, your religion, belongs to you, not to America, not to Europe, not to United Kingdom, not to anybody. Do not believe that anybody is going to come and protect your life in Nigeria. Do not believe that anybody from America, from United Nations, from European Union will come and protect you and give you life in Nigeria or in Africa. That is complete fallacy. And that is what this generation, of which I'm very proud to be part of, is coming to tell you today, that we are going to protect ourselves. We are going to fight for our own good, for our own future, for our own freedom, because we have learned from what happened to others. I tell you today, the people in Afghanistan 20 years ago, they were hoping that America will come to protect them. They were hoping that America will come and liberate them. America pumped billions of dollars worth of weapons into Afghanistan, thinking it is going to protect the women and children. After 23 years, America failed in Afghanistan. And we are not going to stay just to happen for the same thing that happened in Afghanistan to happen to us under an evil entity called Nigeria. That's why we are saying no. So when they tell you, you don't know your right, tell them you know your right. When they tell you, you are fighting to protect yourself is a crime, tell them, ask them to show you where self-defense is a crime or a criminal offense under international law, which they themselves wrote. And when they tell you, you have to come down for peace to reign, tell them that we have seen how Afghanistan, they come down and we see how peace is reigning under Taliban in Afghanistan today. We see how peace is reigning in Syria. We see how peace is reigning in Libya. We see how peace is reigning in Iraq. We see how peace is reigning in other places that have invaded for no just reason other than the reason that is best known to them. And this time around, we have men in Biafra who are very courageous, who are brave, who are warriors, and we are ready to take this thing and take the bull by its horn. So today, we are going to start step-by-step unveiling of this restoration of Biafra. From tonight, they are going to see a different atmosphere in this whole liberation. When we talk, they thought we are joking. They thought that kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will put an end to Biafra. They thought incriminating us will make us run away. They thought calling us terrorists will make us disappear from the surface of earth. I am telling you today, every great man who have fought for the freedom of their people have once upon a time branded as a terrorist. We are not proud to be called terrorists. We are not terrorists. But what we are fighting is for a just cause. But we want to put it to a notice, we want to put the whole world to a notice today that there is no amount of names that is going to intimidate us. There is no amount of names you brand us today that is going to make us to step back an inch. There is no amount of blackmail propaganda that you're going to put on the media today to make us to shiver. We are ready to do anything for Biafra freedom to come. And from this year, starting from this night, we are going to be unveiling this step, one after the other. First of all, the vote of after the vote of no confidence, we are going to activate the de facto government of Biafra in the homeland. We are going to name all the representatives of the 32 states of the Biafra. We are going to name the ministers. We are going to name the liaison officers in the Biafra land. We are going to name different departments and who is heading those departments in the Biafra land. This evening, we are going to unveil the national ID card of Biafra. This evening, we are going to unveil the sample ID card of the cabinet of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, official ID card of all the cabinet members of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile will be unveiled this evening. This same evening, we are going to officially unveil the government passport. Slightly different from what you have seen in the social media. The passport is not yet a valid traveling document, but it is a way to demonstrate to the international community how prepared and ready we are. So be ready to see all the pages of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile passport unveiled. I want all of you to understand that after the activation of the de facto government in the homeland, the activities of the liberation of Biafra will kick off in full time. Our target and our aim is to make sure that the oppressors, the occupiers of our land, the killers and the genocide committers in our land will be chased away one block at a time. Barracks by barracks, station by station, state by state, local government by local government, until you see them no more. We don't care how long it is going to take this particular task to be done. But we want to get rid of criminals. We want to get rid of terrorists in our land, both the state and non-state sponsored terrorism. Our aim is that after this evening, the Biafra land will be liberated and Nigeria will never remain the same. Thank you very much. I am very, very open for questions. For those of you who may be asking questions, I'm very open for.
Thank you so much, our Prime Minister, Mmeji Ebuago. Onye losi n'ọdụrụ nkọ, mana ha ekwetago n'ọdụ nkọ. We honor you and we appreciate you in everything that you're doing to liberate us from this contraption called Nigeria. Thank you so much. Elohim will reward you and your entire generation unborn. Elohim will be the only person that will reward you for the good works that you are doing for us. for wiping away the tears when the enemy have
I can no
rejoiced.
longer hear anyone.
You go out and come back. Go out and come back. Don't interrupt our
Up to date.
discussion. Go out and come back. Cannot hear anyone.
Thank you so much. Our Prime Minister would like to know how many minutes do we have with you so I will know how to utilize it.
I have 20 with you guys, and I can extend it depending on how interesting your questions are.
Okay. Please, I will plead to us. We only entertain questions. No pleasantries. Let's utilize this a few minutes that he will be staying with us, knowing fully well how busy he always be. Please, if you come up, use 1 minute and ask your questions, and you pay attention to the answers that will be given to you. So those with questions, please raise your hand. And those Biafrans, I know most of you don't have question, but if you have a question, raise your hand. And some persons that are not Biafrans that are here, come up as you request for the mic, it will be given to you. Thank you so much. I've not seen any hand up that needed question. My brother Success, please, I think you should take it up from here to call the people to the mic, as I'll be monitoring the people on the space to know those that needed to be given the mic. And good man, please be up and doing. Those that have spoken, you remove them from the mic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Question. If you know you have any question, you put your hands up. Our Prime Minister is here to do justice to every question that you have in your mind. Please raise your hands up and the mic will be yours. And if you finish speaking, you can help us to drop so others can gain access to the mic as well. It contains just a particular number of speakers. Thank you very much. Are we still here? Can anybody still hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but
you.
nobody's raising hand. It's like I will bring down those people, those our Biafran people that are here. They don't have question. We'll bring them down because I see some people that have never been on our spaces down there.
Can I say something, please?
Okay, King Onwuka, if you have your question, please come up with it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's a privilege, anyway, to ask this question to our Prime Minister. And our Prime Minister, I will never cease to acknowledge every good thing you've done for us. Mazifa, you say we should not acknowledge you. No, but then I have to tell you thank you. Do you know why I'm telling you thank you? You restored our hope. There were times we were hopeless. There was a time, I mean, we were like people who has no direction. We have no one to talk to. We don't know where we're going, by the way. But you came and you restored that hope to us. You showed us the way. And I must tell you thank you so much, because I am one of those people who are benefiting for your emergence, for everything you've done. You restored our dignity. Now Biafra land is impregnable again. Nobody can come to our land and kill us again and go free. And all thanks to you, our Prime Minister. Thank you for everything you've done. And I still thank you for the more that you're still going to do. I must confess, we're so proud of you. Now, this is my question. My question is this. It is rightfully said that those who are going for peace, they must prepare for a war. I strongly believe in that word. Now that we are embarking on this vote of no confidence, what guaranteed that are you going to give to Biafrans? That those people we are going to vote, because we are going to vote them out today, there is no doubt about that. I and my family, we are going to vote them out. Everybody will participate. Nobody will stay behind. We are going to participate fully, as we have been doing all this while. The guarantee that you're going to assure my people that when this whole thing is going to start, that their protection will be highly guaranteed by those people that we are going to chase out of our land, because they will never live without a fight. None of them will live without a fight. Just like Ifanyoba is already feeling the heat, and he was trying to organize some hitmen to fight against the struggle. Now people like Ifanyoba is everywhere in Biafra land. They will surely try to fight back. What is the guarantee that you're going to guarantee to our people? Because for me, I sincerely trust you. But there are some people who are still out there who are still hoping to hear from you directly what you are going to do. But I know it's not everything that you're going to do or everything that you're doing, you're going to lay out here. But at least there are this take home. There are people are going to take home and ponder on it and say, this is what our Prime Minister said, that when these people are finally disposed, when they are finally chased out of our territory, and this is what it means. This is it, that we are going to be rest assured that we are going to be fully protected from those people, because Agwe Buruma, definitely, Obo also, it might come back. Thank you so much, Mr. Simon Ekpa. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I coming out clear?
Loud and clear.
Very clear.
I
Loud
want to
and
make
clear, loud
something.
and clear.
I want to say something very categorically clear, and I want every Biafran to take note of this. I want to say now. One is that we are not coming after any individual. We are not going after any individual. We are not going to kill anybody. We are not after Ifanyoba. We are not after any person individually. The vote of no confidence is against the government in the Eastern region. So if you find yourself among those in the government of the Eastern region, both those representing them in Abuja and those that call themselves governors, both the local government chairman, if you fall under the government of Nigeria within the Eastern region, we are voting you out this evening. And our fight is against the government. If you find yourself among those that are the government, we are going to fight against you to leave our land. From today, I hope I have addressed your question. And we have done it before. We have been doing it, but now it is going to come with a new dimension. So if you find yourself among those who are the government within our land that are bringing people to kill us, we're going to start fighting against you from today. It is a liberation fight. Fight for self-defense, fight to preserve our life, our culture, and our religion. Thank you.
Can I come up with a follow-up?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. Now, you have rightfully addressed it. What I'm trying to say here is something somebody asked me personally. I have a friend who he is not fully involved, but he listens and he's always encouraged. Now, there is a question he said to me. He said that this fight we are about to embark is against the government. Those same people that we elected in, or those same people.
Who is unmuting himself?
There is a noise coming in.
First, please mute yourself. First,
Okay, the
please
first.
mute yourself.
I've done that. Go ahead, Onwuka.
All right.
King Gomwoka, you have only 1 minute. Summarize your questions. If you come up
All
to
right.
ask
All right.
questions, compile your questions. If there are 2 or 3, ask it once, please.
All right. All right. It's just a follow-up anyway. There are this friend of mine. He said when we vote out this government elected or those people we elected in office, peradventure, our prime minister, how is it that those our people living in Biafra territory will be highly protected from these same individuals when we finally vote them out of office? In the event if they try to recruit or come back to start attacking Biafrans. That is all. Thank you so much.
Have we not been protecting them?
You've already answered that question.
Have we not been protecting them? We are making sure we protect all our people, our women and children. We have succeeded in making sure nobody is burning our villages anymore. When last did you hear the military come to burn villages? When last did you hear that? We succeeded in making sure that preventing them from coming to burn villages like they used to burn before. That is a sign of winning. So anybody that is asking such question is not being sincere to himself, or either that is just being some kind of jetty to the struggle. Is not really part of the struggle. And you don't expect me to tell you how we are going to defeat the enemy in our land. There are things we make public and the things we don't make public. Just like I said, we are not fighting any individual. We are not going to attack any individual. At the same time, we are fighting against the government. As simple as that. So if you have brain, or the person have enough brain, he will understand where I'm coming from. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our Honorable Prime Minister. Please, more questions. And who again has question? Ronnie, please unmute yourself and make your question snappy. A minute, please. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's a rare privilege and honor to be in the same space with our able Prime Minister. Thank you so much, sir. This is my first time to even talk to you or ask you any question of any sort, and I am so much grateful. Thank you for all that you have been doing for us. You have restored hope to people like us. You know, you have made us proud, we that are here in the Zoom. Thank you very much, sir. So my question is this. This de facto government, you know, and the people that will be representing it, are they going to be physically present in Biafra land or something like that? I just want to know, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All the representatives of the Biafra de facto government in the homeland are physically in Biafra land. And of course,
What's going on? Hi-Fi.
Yeah, our Prime Minister, you're not coming out. We can no longer hear you. We can no longer hear you. I don't know.
did anybody hear me?
No,
We can hear you, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
we are hearing you.
All right. So everybody that is going to represent Biafra in the de facto government in Biafra land is in Biafra land, and it is our priority to make sure that we protect them, protect their identity and all that. So you wait this evening when I'm going to announce the activation of the de facto government, how we are going to announce their names, and of course our main purpose to make sure we protect them. And so for that reason, we have a way that their name will be announced. But everybody from A to Z is in the homeland and is in Biafra land. And then Biafra and Nigeria will understand how far we have gone in this liberation. So wait for it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. We love you, dear.
Thank you so much, Master Success. You are back. If you are there now, if you can hear us, please can you?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
People to the mic. Let's do it very fast so that we'll make
I'm here.
use of the time. Please take it
All
up
right.
from there. The people to the mic.
All right. Thank you, Efine, and thank you, good man. Thank you, my Prime Minister, for the question you are answering. And without wasting much of our time, David Ngozi, unmute yourself. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Raise your hand, and no question should exceed more than 2 minutes, please. David Ngozi, if you are there, unmute yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. His Excellency, the Ambassador of Peace, and our Prime Minister, I really welcome you to this space today. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to lead, to protect, and to guide you, sir. You have really demonstrated to us and proven to us, Amazin Nnamdi Kanu, that you are really 50 men in one. Biafrans all over the world will enjoy what you bring to the liberation. Everywhere is water, water. My Prime Minister, I want to bring to your notice this morning, although I know that you know that Izombe in Uguta local government of Imo State is a very strategic point for the zoo and Hope Uzodinjo. Yesterday, I called my people to be able to notify them about the incoming vote of no confidence on the zoo political leaders in Biafran territory. And one of my brothers told me that everybody have run away from the village because the military invaded and killed some people because of the presence of oil. I think you know that, my Prime Minister. Please, I want you, sir, to make Izombe one of the first points where you will live, like those vagabonds. Thank you for that, my really concern. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are taking note and record of activities of the Nigeria terrorists in Izombe, and believe me, we have our plan for that Izombe. And in the matter of weeks, I think whatever we have on the table, will begin to manifest. So we are aware of Izombe, and we know that Izombe did not start suffering today in the heart of the Nigeria terrorists because of the discovery of oil in Izombe, and so we are taking note of that, and of course monitoring the situation very closely. And people of Izombe, I have a message. The message I have for people of Izombe today is that in no distance time, they will all return back to their homes and start their life again. Just believe me. We know what we are
Thank you,
doing.
sir.
In no distance time, they're going to return back. And the liberation of Biafra will start from that region. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Okay, Ifan, you don't have anything to say?
Yeah, I just
Or should I
No,
go
no,
ahead?
go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. Mouthpiece, without wasting much time, unmute yourself. And every other person, if you have a question, please raise your hand up. And if you have spoken before, please drop your mic while others have the chance to come up. Thank you, Mouthpiece.
Yeah, I'm dropping those that have spoken. Anybody that speak, I'll drop the person. So
All right.
just go ahead.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Clear, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Every one of you. I appreciate you here, our Prime Minister, Your Excellency. I greet you. I didn't want to come up before, but I just want to chip in or a suggestion, or maybe it can be clarified as a question. Please, I wanted to find out, as we have our headquarters in the United States, is there any plans for, our officials in the headquarters, that's Brgie, that is there any plan for them to address the Senate or the Federal House in America to inform them of what we are doing as our headquarters is in the United States? Thank you.
I don't understand the question. I don't know whether if that is a question coming from Mouthpiece that I know, asking whether we have informed the people in the United States. I am not really.
Not inform, to address them in the Senate or address them in the Federal House.
What do you mean by that?
You know, when we before when Martin Andicano was around, there was plans to address the UK Parliament before. So I'm thinking maybe if we are going to also find a way to also address the U.S. Senate or Federal House as we are opening our headquarters here.
Honestly, I am disappointed a question like that coming from you. First of all, we have been writing and communicating to the U.S. Congress. We have communicated to we have written to the White House, to the Senate, we have written to the Secretary of the Homeland Security. We have written to the UN. We have written to the European Union, and in all those communication, we have made it very clear the establishment of Biafra Republic government in exile. So, and I think you, who are very close to this struggle, should be following and at least reading the content of the letters. So if you have read the content of the letters, you'll find out that we have officially introduced and bring the activation of the Biafra Republic government in exile to the White House. The same thing we have done to the Congress, the same thing we have done to the United Nations, the same thing we have done to the EU, the same thing we have done to the President of Nigeria, the presidency. We have done the same thing to the Africa ECOWAS Court. We have done the same thing to the European Parliament. So if you are actually reading and following what we are doing, you shouldn't be asking such questions. The last phase, the time we are going to appear at the Senate in the US will be the last. It is going to be the last phase. That is when America may have accepted to be part of the liberation of Biafra. They are going to invite whoever that is piloting the affair of Biafra at that time to address the U.S. Senate or Congress, as the case may be.
Okay, okay,
But
that's
now
what
what
I'm
we are
trying
doing now, is creating awareness, which we are creating that awareness, and the awareness is working and penetrating everywhere. So for you to ask such question, I think you are not actually following what is going on. At least you should be reading. You should be reading whenever we make a press release or whenever we send a memo. Try to read it, not just to share the tweet and share and read the heading and just like that. You have to read the letters we write to know exactly where we are going and what we are doing. Because your question shows that you have not read those letters.
Your Excellency, what I mean is addressing them physically, not by letters. That is what I'm
It
trying
does
to
not. It
say.
does not. It
At
does
least
not.
you,
It does not
okay.
matter. It does not matter whether we address, because your question is that have we notified them? Have we addressed them for them to know what we are doing? That we have government in exile. That is exactly your question. So it does not matter whether it is a formal introduction or informal introduction, whether it is a physical introduction or that we introduce ourselves by writing and all that. And in those writings we have been writing to them, the result is out there. There is a response, there is actions coming from the American government. The reason why almost 23 Congress men and women signed a petition to the Secretary of Homeland is because of the letters we have written. So these are the results coming. So I do not know what exactly you are asking about addressing them. We have addressed them, and when they invite us physically is when we know that Biafra has come. Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
All right, all right. Thank you. Thank God, and thank God that you have known today that a day will come. Whoever is piloting the affair of Biafra from the head will address the United Nations and the United States and all other authorities all over the world. Thank you very much. And we move. Ugochukwu, please unmute yourself and
Yeah,
ask your question.
I
Less
greet
than 2 minutes.
you, our PM. I salute you. Prayer answer. You have already done the prayer answer and everything. I used to call you. I always call you. And our great PM. My question is, after all, this question came from a madman to me directly, but I actually answered them, but they wanted to hear from you direct because I gave them the answer, but they asked it indirectly that what about these people, these criminals that we are going to, sorry for using the word criminal, but that's what they are, that we are going to vote out tonight because everyone, including anyone close to my family or relatives, they're going to vote them out tonight. That each and every one of them who decided to have an anatomy of human in him decided to change and come back to us. That what our prime minister, what is the advice to the person and what direction the person have to take. But sorry to take a second. I told them that you cannot employ criminals and collaborate with those that our ancestors forbid to enter our land, to come our land, and you cannot collaborate to keep the body of our brothers in each and our brothers and sisters. They are part of their body in every military container and military places, camps, and they expect us to take you back. I don't know the kind of apology. So secondly, Mazi Simon Ekpa's Twitter and email is not hidden. You can get to him and you would have done this before this day. So that was the answer I gave to them, but it would be nice for you to clarify if there's any way. But for me, I don't have no mercy to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would say there is always room at this point. There is still room, and there is always room. There is always opportunity for those who decide to turn a good leaf. That is why I am the good guy, and I believe that extending the hands of fellowship to everyone who want to repent. Our main target is not vengeance. We are not here to do vengeance and all that. What we want is to restore the peace and dignity of our people. So if anybody decides to change today or tomorrow, in as much as we may not agree on many things, I think opportunity should be given to whoever want to turn a good leaf. That's why God has always answered us, because He knows our heart and He searches our heart, and He knows what we think and He knows how genuine we are. So we are not here to carry bitterness into our new nation. Anybody that repent and turn a good leaf, We ask him to bring what he has to the table for Biafra to come, and we continue from there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And I think that settles the answer to the question. The first, please.
Please,
Your hand was up before.
yes, please, before you proceed, I want to point out something. Please, if you know you're here and you're not raising your hands, you don't have question. I gave you mic, Nasa Uzo Chuku. I gave you mic thinking you have a question because I've not been seeing you on any space. I gave you mic because I was thinking you have a question. If you don't have a question, I will drop the mic and give it to another person. If you know you're here and you're with Mike and you don't have a question, you don't want to contribute anything, and likewise you, Nahu too, if you don't have a question, please, I will drop you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. The first, your hand was up before and suddenly it came down. Okay.
Yeah,
if you have a question, go ahead.
I wanted
Less
to
than 2
ask
minutes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask two questions, but the last speaker already asked one of them, and that was
Okay.
yeah, that was like if
Okay,
the
thank you
door is
very much.
still open for everybody. But I have something that I have a question that I wanted our prime minister. It's not so much of a question. Prime Minister, good morning from here. So my question for you is, what do you have to say to your critics, those that never do good Biafrans, those that never really wanted Biafra in the first place, that would say, "Oh, Simon Ekpa, didn't he do a countdown before, and then what happened?" These are people. So we knew what happened, but what do you have? Because I know some of them are here listening. They show up, and then what do you have to say to those people that would say, "Well, you did a countdown before, and then it failed"? We know it didn't fail, but so what do you have to say to those people that will, especially your critics? Go ahead.
That is what gave meaning to the struggle. That is what gave meaning to the struggle. And they don't dictate how we fight, we dictate how we fight. So if you do not have those kind of crazy critics, then it doesn't it doesn't give the life a meaning. So what give the struggle a meaning? There is too much noise, please. All right.
If I please mute.
So what give the struggle a meaning is those critics, and it is what propels us to do what we're doing. So it is something that give more healthy. It makes the struggle more healthy and more competitive, and more challenging. So in as much as I am not agreeing with the manner and the way of their critics and all that, at the same times, you need to have them, because you can't have a struggle like this and you don't have an opposition, or you don't have those mocking it. So, but what I have to tell them is that we have our template, what we are following, and we don't expect to get Biafra overnight. Okay? It is part of the game that we have to play to make sure that we destabilize the enemy. So it is part of the liberation of Biafra. The countdown was part of it. Today, vote of no confidence is part of it. And whatever statement we make or whatever order we give is part of the liberation of Biafra. All these things joining together is what have thrown Nigeria into a chaotic situation you see today. Without a countdown, that wouldn't be the kind of the pressure that you see from the government. There can be that kind of panic that you see from all the people that participated in the election. There were a lot of panic. So our countdown did not just disorganize them. It created a lot of panic, a lot of pressure from international level from the Nigeria to the international level, and it works very well. And at the same time, it catapulted the Biafra issue into the highest level in the international community, and we achieved it. Without the threat of countdown and what was going on then, they wouldn't care to call the Finnish ambassador. They wouldn't care to bring Finland into it. They wouldn't care to call for the kidnapping of Simon Ekpa. They will not be putting a bounty on my head. And all those things is exactly what I have on my template and the plan to get Biafra. And they have all worked perfectly. So I have actually achieved the reason why we have the 150 days countdown. Why those who don't know what I am doing, why those who are not in my mind would think that 150 days have failed. But I know the reason why I put 150 days, and I have achieved it. In fact, the reason for that was even achieved 120%. And every other things that were put out there have a reason for doing it. And the reason we have always achieved it. So today, we are going to achieve another one, which no, you see, some of them are saying, oh, that Simon Ekpa said today Biafra will come. I never said that today Biafra will come. What I said is that we are going to have a vote of no confidence today, and it is going to be more spiritual than physical. And then after that, I know why I'm putting the vote of no confidence, and I know that I am going to achieve it. And I know that together, collectively, Biafra people are going to achieve that aim. It is part of the template to get Biafra out of Nigeria. And if every other thing has worked and worked perfectly well, bringing Nigeria to the chaotic situation it is today, where the Islamic State is coming, I know not everybody is going to be comfortable. I want to make one revolution today. You see, before the end of July this year, you are going to see Christian leaders and others joining the liberation. May not be Biafra liberation, but they are going to join the disintegration of Nigeria. Just watch and see. Many people that were shouting Obi today are going to come back to their senses. It is because of what we have done. So, and the way the thing is now, it does not matter who becomes the president. At the end of the day, Nigeria will fall. And Nigeria have fallen today for the inaugurating a drug baron to become a president. And at the same time, also inaugurating a founder of Boko Haram to become a vice president. And I want you all to understand that even the so-called Chatham House in the United Kingdom has made a tweet condemning America and the United Kingdom for undermining democracy in Nigeria. And I want you people to understand that all these kind of tweets and articles is what we are going to be banking on when the time comes for the liberation. When the liberation has started fully, it is a point of reference to defend our liberation force. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Your question has been answered. Please, good man, take down Ugochukwu so that others can come, and the first as well, so that we can have more space. And our countdown is spiritual, and it brought a lot of things out. Each day we count 1, 2, 3, 4 until the last day. There are significant things that it does or it did during that very period. And this, what we are seeing today, is the dividends of the countdown. It was as a result of the countdown that Mazi Simon Ekpa was invited by the Finnish police, and everywhere Google was on fire. Everywhere was on fire. That he has been arrested. The people are thanking God. People are thanking Satan and the rest. But it is a road. It is the road that leads to where we are today. So countdown did not fail, and those who think that it failed, they are making a very big mistake. And here we are today. And everything Nigeria does, they are doing it out of panic. They don't sit down and organize themselves. Every day they do it out of horridness, just to meet up with time because of what we are doing. So it didn't fail. It worked successfully, and we pray that such time comes in another new dimension that Nigeria will not comprehend, just as it's coming this evening. After the pronouncement this evening, watch out and see what is going to happen in the zoo. Thank you very much for that question, and Prime Minister, thank you for that clarification. Agujegbe, please unmute yourself. Less than 2 minutes.
Before Agujegbe, I want to remove this guy. Also, Chukwu, if you have a question, you muted yourself before. Ask the question. If you don't have a question, I will drop your mic now. 2 of you that is here. Also, Chukwu, do you have any question?
You don't need to be asking them. If they don't have, drop them. So, ahead.
Let's go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, my good people. Our special guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our PM, may your days be long. Thank you for making us regain our lost glory. So let me go straight to the question. My question goes like this. Is there any mechanism in place, or your government are putting in place, to inform our people, the Biafrans, those that are in interior places, not in the city? Because many of us in the city are 100% aware of what is going on. But from every indication, there's many of our people, those that are in villages, interior places, that are not aware. Is there any mechanism in place that will inform them so that they will sit up and follow or join the moving trend for liberation of Biafra? That's my question. Thank you.
Well, I don't know whether it is really a question. The Biafra, the people you think are in the remote villages are even more current of what we are doing than some people in the town. So, and we have representative in the coming de facto government in the homeland cut across the board. So how do you think we are able to do that if we are not very strong rooted from the grassroots? So the grassroots is part of this movement. They are following everything even more than those in the town. So I think that's not a problem at all. And secondly, we are also trying to expand the radio, the voice of Biafra. It is still there, and we are trying to also expand it more. But so far, so good. Our awareness has worked very well from the remote, from the grassroots and those in the remote areas. During the sit-at, that can be confirmed from the sit-at homes, and even today's sit-at home, you see that everywhere is dry, from the remote villages to the towns, and which we are going to be making those images available to the media in a few minutes' time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for answering my question. I rest my
All
mind.
right, thank you, Agujegbe, for asking that question. And I can assure you, people in the remote area are more conscious of this liberation than the people in the cities doing buying and selling. The people in the remote area, I think I can confirm 4 persons called me before this very day that they said Simon Ekpa declared 2 days sit at home. Is it true? And I told them, yes, it is true, in different locations. So they are more informed than any of those that are in the cities doing buying and selling. Those that are doing buying and selling in the cities, they are informed, but they want to prove stubbornness, and that is why most of the battles are in the cities. Thank you very much for that question. Chris, unmute yourself. I don't know the full name. The name is not showing fully. Chris, if you are there, unmute
Chris
yourself and ask your
Ekechi.
question.
Chris Ekechi.
Uh-huh.
Everyone.
Thank you. Go ahead, and you have less than 2 minutes.
Okay. I'm greeting our honorable reader, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I've been following Simon Ekpa for years, and I'm glad, happy, and honored to be in this particular group. My name is Chris Onyekachi. Daniel. So my question is that it's a funny question because I've been following Simon Ekpa bomber to bomber, reading everything he posted, so I don't need to ask much. But I have a funny question here. The funny question I have is, what all those people are saying, all Waka and Olwedo, I'm not hearing from their side again. So it's like they are gone, wipe away from the Twitter. I'm not seeing them again. So I'm kind of happy. You understand? So somebody there in Kuwait saying all Waka and Olwedo, here and there. I'm shocked. I didn't see them again. Criminals from anywhere. You understand? So when they see the Biafra in exile, the house and everything, I don't think they will compete again. So I'm so happy to be in this place to talk to
Thank you
someone.
very much. Thank you. It is your effort. It is everyone's effort, and much of the 50-men effort that the Prime Minister himself promised Onyendu and never failed him. Say, I have 50 men in me. Go and look for the other 50. And very fortunate to you and to me and to every other person. So we are part of the 50s, and we have our own components inside us. So it is like a chain. It is like a chain. And thank you very much for that acknowledgement. They are nowhere to be found. All of us are going to meet in this land, and everyone will be.
Thank you so much. I don't have much question.
All right, all right. Let me just make some comment on that. You know, one thing is that up to this point, some of them never believed that the government in exile is real, and you wouldn't blame them because these are people without vision. These are people. These are these are criminals that have nothing to offer. So they have been in this struggle, deceiving Onyendo for many years. And when they see us doing what we are doing today, they get amazed that how is it possible. So as I'm talking to you now, many people, many of them don't believe that the government or Biafra Republic government in exile, the headquarters is real. So, and you don't blame them because these are people who never believed in Biafra in the first place. So, and the reason why they are mute now is because Yonyendu Etigo Hambaramuramunishi. And for those who don't understand Igbo, that is a very strong word. Onyendu Etigo Hambaramuramunishi. In the secret, because we know what is going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my Prime Minister. Thank you so much. The other day somebody wrote me and he was asking me, please, I shouldn't be angry. Where are all these people that they said that they want piloting the affair of the Biafra people? I didn't bother myself. I said, go underground, you will see them. But if anything happened to you underground, that earthquake happened and the land covered you there with them, you will meet our ancestors. They are on underground. They are in underground. If you want to see them, you meet them there. So that is my little contribution to that. Success, please go out and come in. The network is not very friendly with you today. Please, good man, I think you will take the mantle from there to call the people to the mic as I will be removing those that have already spoken. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, my brother Ifi. Yeah, Otunwa Mwanya, you can unmute yourself and give us your 1 cent or 1.5 cents.
It will be really good that we need to see one Nigerians today ask me a question, because I don't like the question that is always.
My PM, I'm doing that. I've been bringing a lot of them, the people that I know that they will have a divergent view with.
Because I remember that during the time of the LB, LP, every time they are here, they are here attacking us and all that. So I would want to hear how their voice is strong today, whether it is going low or going high. But before they do that, I want to inform them that Soludo was chased out today from the inauguration. They chased Soludo out. They asked Soludo to go back. And he went there with Ishiago, with the red Ishiago. They were saying, don't you know me that I'm Soludo? They chased him out. A stupid man. They chased him out. And, you people don't know what is happening. I told you people today that after what we're going to do this evening, they will be fighting each other. And we have not even started the vote of no confidence. They are chasing Soludo from inauguration. Thank you.
Thank you, my Prime Minister. You know, see, why they are chasing them out is because they have understood that these people are toothless. They cannot perform the duty they sent them to come and perform. The Biafran people overpowered them and made them useless. So, that when Soludo came, the first thing he was centered on is stopping ESN, stopping sit at home. Have you people forgotten? But he cannot. And that was the main reason why they brought him in. So, since you have failed in your duty, why would they allow you in their inauguration? You are useless. They will soon know that how prepared we are. They don't know yet. They will run to the north. The north will chase them. They will come to the south. We will kill. In fact, they will kill themselves there and bury themselves. So they are neither here nor there. The best thing is for them to just surrender now. It is still early. We must continue.
Thank you so much, good man.
Yes, sir.
Please, Otunwa, mute yourself.
Yes,
Otunwa, hold on. We want people. We want people who have not been speaking to us here, like this Peter B. Is it Peter B. Banham seen here? Oscar Nat, unmute yourself and speak. Give us your question. Make your question 1.5 cents. Just utilize 1.5 cents and ask your question. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Thank you very much. I'm thanking you so much. You have renewed our hope. Thank you so much for all you've been doing for me and for Biafrans. Now, the two questions I have. One is that our director, Nnamdi Kanu, many a time, he said that Lower Kogi and Lower Benue, Igala, and most of our communities that was drafted into Benue State, they are all Biafrans. But in our new map, the Lower Goki and the rest of them. Although you said that consultation are still going on, I want you to throw more light on it, please. And if you might not know, I'm the guy from Abia South. That's I'm always troubling you for almost 6 months before you start answering my calls. Please go into details. And again, success. After this, please call me. I tell God beg you. It's been long. Thank you so much.
All right.
That's all for me.
Yes, I will make it very clear again. Every person that is Biafra will be carried along when we are leaving. Now, what we did now in the map is after a thorough consultation from our great Ikemba Odumegwu Ojukwu, this is a work. The map you see today is a work he started that were never made public.
Okay.
We continued from there. So, you know, what you don't know is bigger than you. And I want you to understand that this is the very first time you are seeing Biafra map in the public, like the map like that. So it did not just fall from heaven.
Okay.
And it is not a work of 2 years. It is a work of many, many years. And many people that participated in making this map a reality, many of them have passed on.
Yes.
Now we have a new generation to continue from it. And now the consultation is going on as I'm speaking now. It is still ongoing. So the main problem here is not about the map or who is in the map or who is not in the map. The main issue here is that we have been able to achieve a consensus on those who have found themselves in the map today. At least nobody is condemning or complaining that you did not consult me before you print this map. How did you, are you hearing anything like that?
It is true.
The answer?
No, not at all.
No. So now when we are leaving, those who think that we are leaving them behind are going to join us at the end of the day. The most important thing now is that we have the majority of the people in the map agreeing to Biafra. And then those who are supposed to be part of the map and they don't see themselves being part of the map because of the controversy they have created after the war and all the loggerhead that we have been going on up and down and all that. They are now going to, join us. We are going to drag them along the line. But now we focus on this particular map, which we know nobody is coming to dispute it with us, which we know nobody has come to start raising an eyebrow that you have not consulted me and all that. And then it is going to be more easier to drag other people who we know are part of Biafra. But because of the division and divide and rule of the Fulanese, some of them were deceived. Before we begin to talk about a referendum, they will all come back and vote for Biafra. So that's where we are going. It is a strategy that we are using, and I know that it's going to work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Majibago. But please, don't forget my request. Please. And success, please. After this space, there's a lot on ground. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Please, success, I want you to go out. Just go out. Come into the space. Do not request for the mic. I will search for you and send you the request. Then you will not accept it. I think you're having a serious issues with your this thing. Just go out completely. Come back again. Neutrally, do not request for anything. I will find you and send you the co-host. Then you click on it and you will come up again. I can't receive you and give you the mic. Thank you so much. Please, good man, let this guy, Lawrence, I want to hear from Lawrence to know what a question or what he wants to say to our PM. Lawrence, please unmute yourself. It's true you're not raising your hand, and I believe most people don't know how to do so. Unmute yourself.
Thank you. Yes, Otuwamoya, you will come in shortly after him, okay? All right, go ahead, Lawrence.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Jubagu, I agree to our PM. I want to give you one name. That name, this is my first time of calling and speaking to you. Thank you for everything you are doing for us, for me and my family in Africa. The name I want to give you is Ochaya Ndinso. Ochaya Ndinso. It goes with the name, the honor they give you today. Please, one question I want to ask is, why are our people afraid of Fulanis? Please, I want you to answer answer that question for me. Why our people are afraid of Fulanis? Mostly politicians. I don't know why they are afraid. Is it they have muscle more than us? Or they eat more than us? Or they have money more than us? Why are they afraid of them? Please, I want the question.
Let me address you quickly. Our people are not afraid of Fulanis. The people that are afraid of Fulanis are criminals from our side, who have embezzled Nigeria money, who they have enticed and looted Nigeria, who have enticed with position, and they give them opportunity to loot Nigeria money, and thereby using it to cage them. So even those people you see that are scared of Fulani are not scared of them. They are only scared of losing what they have acquired through dubious means and through criminality. So that's what they are more scared of their position. They are more scared of their wealth, losing their wealth, than scared of Fulanis. They are not scared of Fulanis. And so if you brand it that our people are scared of Fulani, I think that's a wrong misrepresentation. They are not scared of them. They are only scared of losing their wealth. They are scared of losing their position in Nigeria, and not about Fulanis. And we have demonstrated that we are not scared of them. At least if you come to Nigeria today, the only tribe and the only group that have dealt with them are the Biafrans. And we'll continue to deal with them till we leave Nigeria. So thank you. We're not scared of them. And the politicians are not scared of them. They're only scared about losing their wealth they acquired through dubious means and corruption. Thank you.
Thank you, Ekenem.
All right. Thank you. I don't know. Network is not